Hello and welcome to Talking Leeds with me, Arron Marshall, and my bearded friend, Mr. Brook, is nowhere to be seen. So flying the solo flag for you this Thursday evening. Big welcome to everybody and apologies for the lateness if you're watching on YouTube. So how are we all, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening, Jimbo. Good to see you. We thought we'd just jump on and say hello and give you a quick update with all the Leeds United news and views and things which has happened from Farke's press conference, a little preview to Bournemouth as well. So please do, as it's only me tonight, you've got to get involved in the comments below and I'll interact with you as I normally would. So there we go. Let's get straight into it then, ladies and gents. Let's talk about Karl Darlow. What are your thoughts on Karl Darlow? Those who are listening live on YouTube, Karl Darlow, is he the new number one for Leeds United? What do you think? Shall we register George officially? I think we should. I don't know where he is, Jimbo. He's clearly somewhere. I just don't know where. He's been stood up on like a first date, as it would be. But let's talk about Karl Darlow because he's really impressed me. I don't know if he's impressed people in the comments. I think he's really made a step at number one here as Karl Darlow. What do you think to him? For me, it's just that presence between the sticks with Karl Darlow is Perry for me. I know he played against Arsenal. You think, God, he was awful. But Karl Darlow for me, he's our new number one. What do you think? Jimbo says Darlow has been excellent apart from but the Wednesday game, we need to forget that. You know, the cup game is completely different. You know, we're not fussed about the cup because I don't think there's any team in Yorkshire left in it now, Jimbo, if I'm being honest. But Karl Darlow, for me, is a spot-on keeper, and we need to keep him. We really do. It says Mark's Mighty White says, "Hey up, lad." Darlow is a spot-on keeper. Always thought it just needed game time. I completely agree with you, Mark. Karl Darlow for me has to start. It's his to lose now. Is that number one spot for me because the confidence. He's a confident keeper at the moment, and I know, you know, the Fulham goal was freakish. It was a freakish own goal, wasn't it? Let's be honest. But I don't know. You know, we've got to keep him. I think don't change it if it's not broke for me with Karl Darlow. I think he's been fantastic. And long may he stay in that position. Farke says Darlow will play the next 2 games. He needs to continue the next 20 games, Jimbo. It doesn't have to be just for the next 2. For me, and you got to remember with Karl Darlow is a Welsh international here. You know, he's not he's not a bad keeper. He's quite experienced. He's been here before. He knows what to do. Can catch the ball, as you say, Jim. I think he's a great keeper, and I think with the format we're in with him, we've got to keep him in there. Have I sat George? No, I haven't. I don't know where he is, Mark. That's why I've come on solo because I can't keep waiting. I've got a family downstairs who need the tea, so I'm sure if he knows where we are, if he wants to jump on, but he's clearly doing the Times crossword or something, Mark. So Darlow starts in net against Bournemouth on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to get back to it. But Farke has emphasised the strength of Bournemouth, and Bournemouth have had a fantastic start to the season. Bournemouth are in the really, really good form, good team. They're going to be competing for that top 8 finish out there this season at Bournemouth. I think that they've started really well. And Tyler Adams returns. Good old Tyler Adams is back. I don't know what his reception will be. Let's leave George alone. He's looking for a transfer, so gone on strike. Well, speaking of transfers, Patrick Bamford, ladies and gents, looks like he's on his way to Spain. Getafe are interested in signing him on a free deal, apparently. According to sources not linked to this show, he's also turned down opportunities to join Sheffield United and Ipswich. Think of that what you will. But Getafe for Bamford, I think it's a great move. La Liga, a little bit of La Liga action for him. It was probably the best way he could go for me, for Patrick Bamford. I don't think, even with the interest from Sheffield United and Ipswich, I don't realistically think that he would have done well there. He needs a complete break of from English football, does Bamford, and it goes with all our best wishes. He's been a loyal servant to the club as Patrick Bamford, and exactly, Jimbo. I am sure he will enjoy Madrid rather than the likes of Sheffield and Ipswich. And I know we've got a lot of fans who do listen to the show in Sheffield. He doesn't want to be in Sheffield, doesn't that lad, or Ipswich Town, listening to the Tractor Boys and things like that. Madrid, great opportunity for him, and it goes with all our best wishes. So let's just jump into the comments. Mark says, whenever I said on Joe's channel we should replace Melia last season with Darlow, constantly laugh at. No, I completely disagree with this, Mark. I think he's been a fantastic keeper, especially, you look at the back end of last season, when he stepped up, did Darlow, and he's still stepping up into this role. Perry's coming as the number one, and I think Carl Darlow has earned this opportunity now to stay as number one, Mark, and it shouldn't be laughed at because I think he's a fantastic keeper. And as I've said before, he's an international goalkeeper for Wales. He's not a bad keeper. He's a very, very good keeper, and when he's stepped up, it matters, and that's all that matters for me. And exactly, Perry is injured. He's not, he's not going to be forever, number one. Carl Darlow is. It's as simple as that. And with the injury as well, don't know. But he can catch Darlow. That's the best thing about it. So, yeah, there we go. Bamford is obviously moving on to Getafe. That will be announced anytime soon, we feel. Again, Carl Darlow. So that's Nonto is going to be out for the Bournemouth game, which is... it doesn't really bother me this, but Dan James is coming back. I want to talk about Jayden Bogle, though, because Jayden Bogle, for me, has been a real standout star of the season for me so far. He is in training. He's going to be back. He's going to be playing. There's no doubt about it. Jayden Bogle, for me, will be playing on Saturday. Initial because there's a bruise, not a fracture, which is fine. He will play. There's no doubt about it. But Jayden Bogle has really stepped up for me so far this season. And I think he's been a fantastic right back. He's one of our standout players for me. I don't know what people think in the comments about Jayden Bogle, but great player, great pace. He just does a shift, and that cross for the goal against Wolves into Dominic Calvert-Lewin was just brilliant. It really was, and like a little seal into the back of the net that one went. But again, I'm really pleased Jayden Bogle's back in. Big good player for us. We need him in there as well. So Dan James is maybe in contention, but he's been a bit off it this season so far. As Dan James, what's up with him? What's up with Dan James? It doesn't seem to be. Is it that step up from the Championship into the Premier League? Is it too much for him? The jury's out on that one. But Dan James is in contention as well, probably on the bench, won't he? Surely. On this one, yeah, Jimbo, it's a shame. I don't know, Jimbo, what do you think on this one with Dan James? What are your thoughts on him? Because Dan James, for me, he just hasn't lit the Premier League alight at the moment. The pace is there, isn't it? But it's that quality, isn't it, with Dan James, what it's lacking? It really is. Yeah, you're right. It's the physicality. It's just not there. And will it be there? I don't know. But we need to get him firing. He needs a goal. He needs a goal in him. That's all he needs. Mark says, personally thinks James, start James. Really, why? What about Okafor? Got a goal. I know it was disastrous against Wolves in the first half. It was absolutely shocking until he got that goal because he gave it away for the first goal. But I don't know. Dan James, the jury's out, isn't it? Good squad player. James wasn't good enough. Yeah, you're right. He wasn't. And he wasn't very good at Fulham either, if I remember rightly. Maybe he's just a Championship player. He can't play in the Premier League. So yeah, Dan James could be back in. Let's have a look here. I've just got my notes because I've got the notes here. He spoke quite importance of goals. Now, goals, what was really pleasing when me and Jerry did the match reaction on Sunday was how we scored from open play. That hoodoo has gone. And we scored 3 goals as well. We came back. We came from behind in this one. And you've got to think as well, guys, with this, it was a great result at the weekend, and we've got to follow this up. And Bournemouth is not going to be any easy game whatsoever. It's going to be a really tough game at Elland Road on Saturday, and we've got to get behind the lads with this one because it's going to be really important to get the fans behind them. But let's take this one game at a time, because we've got to score first, especially because Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'm really pleased for him to get off the score sheet. He really needed to get off and running, and he has. If we can get another goal out of him on Saturday, that'd be great. It'd be fantastic. But we've just got to keep going, and that's what we will do. Really, really, really important that we do. Let's see what else. Yeah, James Justin again. Oh, Dan James Justin. I don't know. The jury's out on him. He's just going to be a squad player. It's James Justin. He's not going to be anywhere near that starting 11. He might get a cup run in the FA Cup. That's about it. But he's just going to be a complete squad player. He is nowhere near that first team. Goodmanson and Bogle are the ones which are going to be the ones are going to be your main fullbacks this season. Sebastian Bernau, tough decision not to, but we haven't really seen anything from him. But you've got Bijol as well, who's nowhere near the side. So yeah, why change the defence? We've got to keep going. We've got to keep going with this one. So yeah, Bijol and Bernau, those defensive players, they are nowhere near that starting 11 yet at the moment. Let's have a look at the other things. He said consistency and growth was important for Leeds, belief when under pressure, and that is important. Let's not forget that as well. We have to keep the consistency moving now, especially into the next international break. We've got Spurs as well next week, and that's going to be a really tough game next week. But we've got to, if we can take 4 points from every 4 games, we'll be absolutely fine. There's no doubt about it. And you're absolutely right, Jimbo. We do have a free kick taker now. A free kick taker in Mr. Anton Stack. What a thunderbolt that was at the weekend. Absolutely. I've watched it. I must have watched it about 15,000 times. Absolutely brilliant. And we it's about time we had a good quality free kick taker. We haven't had one since probably Hernandez, really, if I'm being honest. And obviously he wasn't, brilliant at free kicks, but he got the job done. But having a free kick taker in Anton Stack, and especially at this level when set pieces are so crucial, corners still an issue though for Leeds United, and I think there will be for some time. There have been for years though, haven't the corners for Leeds has just been diabolical. But yeah, we will see. But hello to my bearded friend. Better late than never, Mr.
Now then, how's about that? Aaron, how are you? Sorry for my lateness. I've
had to talk 15 minutes to myself, George.
Oh, you've been on 15. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the people in the chat as well, because that must have been difficult to listen to Mr. Marshall for 15 minutes by yourself. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Aaron, how are you? I do apologise. And what's going on here tonight, Jimbo and Mark's Mighty White?
Yes, well, we're all good, George, but we're all fine. We were just talking about free kicks and having a free kick taker in Anton Stack, and it's good to have a good quality free kick taker, isn't it, in the squad?
Oh, fabulous. I mean, look at that free kick Aaron he did on Saturday. I mean, whoa, look at it. I mean, that's straight in the top corner, wasn't it? I mean, what a great effort. I mean, I was cursing it on Saturday. Yes, but no, I was cursing it, Aaron, on Saturday.
I've been cursing you for the last 15 minutes. No, in fact, not 15 minutes. For the last 40 minutes, I've been cursing you.
40 minutes?
Yes.
Have you been on
8 p.m.
I know, mate. I got it all wrong tonight. But no, we're here now. We're here anyway. And yeah, we're talking about Anton Stack. What a good time it is to have Mr. Anton Stack, available and kicking balls into the net like that was lovely. And it did prompt. I saw it did prompt the Leeds United social media channels to have a look down memory lane and say, "Hey, look, this is some lovely free kicks that we scored over the years." So it was wonderful,
Yeah,
and I was delighted, Arron, on Saturday because,
there's so many positives though, George, from this because, like I said, for the last 15 minutes when you weren't on.
15 minutes or 40 minutes?
40 minutes you didn't.
I don't know how long it has been on. How long was Jimbo here, was he? Or was Mark here at the time? I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now.
Minutes, 15 minutes. But but never mind.
Yeah, I did it. Anyway, listen, let's forget this disaster. I do apologise. Absolute disaster. You completely changed my thought. It is. What was I saying? Oh yes, coming back. So the positives from the Wolves game, George, were as follows. We came back from goal down. We scored from open play, and we got 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. 3 points is 3 points, 3 goals, 3 great goals as well. So 3 fantastic goals. There was Stack. There was Calvert-Lewin. Hey, what about Calvert-Lewin as well, Arron? What do we think about him? Absolutely marvelous header, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
No, I mean, people are going on about Calvert-Lewin as Calvert-Lewin this, Calvert-Lewin that, and then suddenly Calvert-Lewin is the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, as soon as he gets a header in, you're like, oh my God, look at him. If he can stay fit, I was hearing people say, if he can stay fit, we can stay up. And I was like, is that right? Are you sure? Are you just...
With Calvert-Lewin though, George, the jury's still out on him for me because he's got to stay fit for a start. We can't, be heavily relying on him. And I know that there's been a few media outlets have been putting out that Leeds are going to strengthen with a winger and a number 10 in January already. I've no idea why they're saying this, but we still need reinforcements in January for a striker. We can't gamble on this, and we can't be reliant on DCL. We've got to get some goals from the wingers. Okafor got off the score sheet as well on Saturday, but we do need more quality because to this day, other than Wolverhampton Wanderers are by far the worst team we've played in the Premier League so far this season. And from what I've seen of them, they're absolutely diabolically shit. They are in real relegation trouble this year.
I mean, stat-wise as well, mate. Yeah, I mean, it rings true as well. I mean, no points from 5 games. Statistically, they are the worst team as well, and very, very poor.
But you look across the pitch. I know that their goal was an error from Okafor, which they scored on Saturday within the opening 10 minutes or whenever it was. That was about the much they offered. I know Caldala had pretty much a good game, but you would expect him to make those types of saves. You wouldn't, expect, Leeds to be under pressure. They did. I think if we beat them again at Elland Road, that's 6 points we've taken off the team this year, and it's getting to that magic 40, isn't it? We're mid-table, 7 points after 5 games? Is it 5 games?
Yeah,
5-6 games, whatever it's 5-6 games, or whatever it is. It's a great return. It really is, and all we've got to do, if we can keep doing that to the end of the season, we'll absolutely be fine. The bookies also agree with us as well. We're the 5th favourites for 5th in the relegation odds now, and
Yeah,
Wolves, Burnley, Sunderland, West Ham are down there as well. Brentford as well. They're in diabolical form.
Yeah, look, I think Brentford, Aaron, and the likes of West Ham and that lot. I think this season we might see a book, book in the trend in terms of promoted teams staying up. I'm not. You don't want to say after 5 games. I'm okay with how we've started. I think.
Well, hang on a minute. You wanted Fark out. Are you still Fark out?
I will forever be Fark out, Aaron, until he goes. To be quite honest, I'm not. I'm not a big fan of Fark generally. I don't.
Do you think he's done? Well, hang on. Let's spin it around.
Yeah.
5. How many games have we played? 5 games? 6 games?
5
games. He's returned 7 points.
Yeah.
Do you think he's done a good enough job?
At this moment, I think. Yeah, I think at the moment because Aaron, of the poor nature of the squad. For me, the squad is poor. They didn't do enough.
So do you think he's getting the best out of them?
I think he currently.
You just want to say yes. He's not getting the best out of them.
No, I don't believe he is.
The squad's poor.
The squad is poor. I think people are, as people would say, it's papering over the cracks. That 3-1 win against Wolves. You said it yourself. Wolves are the worst team in the league. I mean, to go away from home and win like we did, great. But, you look at it and you think, look, now, every game's a difficult game. Can we back this up with anything over Bournemouth? If we get something from this Bournemouth game on Saturday, Aaron, I'm saying, actually, you know what? Fair play to Mr. Fark because he's at least backing it up. I think one game in isolation, you can't really say because. But
hang on a minute. Let's rewind this. Everton, we competed quite well. Yeah. Newcastle was one of those where you just want to forget about it because it was absolutely crap from both sides.
Arsenal, yeah.
Arsenal. I'm not being funny, but Leeds will never beat Arsenal.
Yeah, no.
This season or in the next 3, 4, 5 seasons.
No.
If they stay in the Premier League, they won't do it. Them, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, those big boys are far way above Leeds.
Yeah.
But when you're coming up against Fulham, unlucky to not take something from that because it was a near perfect away game. Perfect away game against Wolves. It's not a bad return, George. You've got to give him some credit here. You really have.
Yeah, it's not a bad return. And what I do like about the team in general, I say it's a poor squad. I think it is truly.
It is. What's poor about it?
Attacking wise, I just don't like it. Attack wise, it's just not good. Defensively, though, what I was going to say on is defensively, I really like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I think, like you said, Darlow, all right, saves. People are, wetting their pants up, aren't they, over Darlow just making a couple of standard saves. Carl Darlow is not a good goalkeeper. Let's be truly honest. But he's made.
No, he's not a bad goalkeeper, George. He's doing the job, which is needed at this time. You got to look at what Carl Darlow did. He's coming as he knew he was the number 2 at the beginning of the last season. He came in, he took over from Melier towards the back end of the season, and he brought solidarity and calmness around this area, which is what we needed at the time.
Yeah,
and he did it well.
Yeah, he did.
He's now done exactly the same with Perry, which for me warrants because you've got that little bit of, solid performances. You've got that calmness. You've got the doing a job. You're doing the job, which is effective that you can catch the ball. His distribution isn't that bad. He can shot stop. He gets in the right places at the right time, which warrants for me with Carl Darlow to stick with him for the time being, because why would you change it if it's not right? He could have a worldie against Bournemouth. He could have a howler. You never know.
He'll play the game against Bournemouth, won't he? Still, I think.
Yeah,
Perry's,
he is, and probably
Perry's
Spurs
still, yeah.
Spurs as well.
And then Perry will probably come back after the international break. But like you said, if we don't get beaten and he has a good game in those two matches, then you've got to say, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. He's better than Illan Meslier. Meslier is trying to be moved on anyway, which we know he will be in January. So then we'll probably end up with another new goalkeeper potentially in January. So I have no real issues with the defensive line, to be quite honest. I think we are very solid. You do have odd silly moments, Okafor, but that is in attacking way. He gave the ball away. It was a poor goal to concede. But other than that, generally, I think we've been really solid. If you look at Fulham's stupid, outlandish own goal, the 5 goals that beat us at Arsenal. It's Arsenal.
It's Arsenal. We just park that. It's done. We can't do anything about that. It's done. Unfortunately, we've just got to be competing against the likes of Wolves, Brentford's, all those shithouses from 10th down is who we're competing with.
Yeah, I think that's it, mate. When you look at it and you think we've literally, you're right in what you said the other day. Really, I mean, we all want to be winning games of football all the time, and you go up against Bournemouth, you think, well, we want to win here, but you've got to be realistic about it.
Bournemouth have started well, George, and I want to talk about Bournemouth because we need to wrap this up by 9 p.m. because I'm starving. Because you've kept me here waiting. My family is starving downstairs because of you.
I mean, it was always going to be an hour, wasn't it?
Well, it was, yeah, but now it have to be cut short because of you being late. Anyway, Bournemouth thing, George. Let's have a little preview about George. Preview about Bournemouth. Elland Road on Saturday, George. It's going to be a tough one, this, isn't it, for me? I think this is going to be a tough game.
Yes, I think Bournemouth will be a very difficult game, this, Arron. They're looking really, really good. They've started well. Obviously, like you mentioned here, Tyler Adams returns to Elland Road. He will be relishing the opportunity to come back and silence a couple of people. They're a really good outfit. They've got some good players. They're doing very well. Our home form, we haven't been beaten at home yet this season. We haven't even conceded a goal yet in those 2 games. So, you've got to take solace from that and say, actually, we might do something here if we can. Remember the humdinger last time at Elland Road against Bournemouth where Willie Nonto eventually saw us win the game about 3 years ago now. So, that might be in people's minds. We've got
a good record against Bournemouth.
100%. Bournemouth,
a really good record.
Yeah, Bournemouth don't come down the road and win. I know it's a different era. It's all sorts of different, variety in those years. Bournemouth, I don't think have ever won at Elland Road. If I stand to be corrected, I don't think they ever have.
Don't know. They've got a really tough. It's been historically a tough place for them to come in. We've got a good record. Well, we have had, other than the last time we played them.
It's a diabolical record that they have at Elland Road. It really is.
Which gives us a little bit of optimism because we could be that little hoodoo.
We could be, yeah. But they are, like I said, different era, different times. And Bournemouth are in incredible form. I think the only one they've lost is the opening one against Liverpool, and that was extremely late on in the day as well. So, Semedo's a danger, isn't he? Even Nielsen, is it even Nielsen at the striker? They've got players all over the pitch, really, that are good quality Premier League players. It's no longer where it's little Bournemouth coming to Leeds, that's long since passed. And, this might be the time where Bournemouth beat us at Elland. I don't know. I mean, I won't be surprised.
I don't know. I think right now, George, for me, I'd take a point against these because they're an absolute, they're a different machine from when we last played them. I know they were promoted last time we played them. They're a really well-established Premier League team now. And I think if we can get a point off these, it'll be a very, very good point earned.
A point would be a brilliant.
3 would be amazing. I think it would be a real statement of intent if we could get 3. But a point here against Bournemouth at Elland Road on Saturday, I'd happily take another 0-0, 1-1, 2-2. I don't care as long as it's not a loss.
I'm still feeling quite calm, Arron, about Elland Road, and I mean, in the Championship, we were very confident about winning pretty much every single game at Elland Road. But
yeah,
I think even now, watching the guys play at Elland Road, I feel very secure defensively that we can then build. It's just attack-wise, where obviously the last home game against Newcastle was awful in terms of
it
attack.
was, and it just, there was nothing there, was there?
Nothing.
But there wasn't from Newcastle either. You got to remember that it wasn't just Leeds who were poor.
Yeah, exactly.
We're equally just as poor.
But I did feel secure with them. Well, it's a different story with Bournemouth because attack-wise, they do have.
Yeah, but you got to remember when we play Newcastle again, it's a completely different side. Different side there. This was beginning of the season. When we play Bournemouth, I think we can. They're there for the ticket. There's no doubt about it. If we score first, and we could do all right.
We're the home side, mate. I think we can do okay actually against these. Yeah. We've got the players. Confidence will be high. From the game on Saturday last week. So, yeah, why not? Why not go there on Saturday? Elland Road crowd, big crowd, and go and do yourselves proud. And a point is fine. 3 points is great. Even the fee.
It'd be a bonus. Wouldn't it really? 3. It
really would be a bonus, but I think actually 3 is doable. It's not like
if we score first. If we score first, you're thinking, we can.
Yeah, because it's doable. It's not like it's Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal. It's Bournemouth, and although they're a good side, don't get me wrong, we can still get at them. And like it's a good start, make a good start, and you're all right, but I do think Mr. Daniel Farke is hanging by a thread at times, and he said it himself. 1 week people are calling for your head, next week you're fine.
He's fine. He's fine. There's no concerns with Daniel Farke for me. There really isn't. Well, what else he said? Leeds. He mentioned Leeds are under the radar. It would prefer more attention, but sees this as a sign out under negative scrutiny. I don't think they're under any scrutiny at the moment because I think
I think it's a bit of pressure off. It's a bit of pressure off. Just build the points and see where it takes you.
Yeah, go on and give us a prediction then, George, for this one.
You know what, Arron? I'm going to be a bit outlandish here. I think Leeds win.
Leeds win. What's the score then? Go on.
I think Leeds win 2-0.
Oh, I'll take that.
I think Leeds win this game.
Gone of the 10-0s from Mr. Brook. They've gone. I'm going to be quick. I'm going to be very conservative here, and I'll take a point all day long. I'm going to go for 1-1. I think Leeds will score first.
1-1 would do me as well. 1-1's fine. Any point is fine, and if you get 3, like you said, it's a bonus. But we are playing at home.
Yeah.
So, like Mark says here just before we go, I back us up to give anybody a game at Elland Road. Bournemouth clearly favourites, but I think they don't keep clean sheets. If we can stay solid at the back, we might be okay. I agree with Mark. Yeah, I think we can take it to them. I think we can take it to them. I think defensively we are solid. So I think we can do it. We can do it. I think we can do it. I think we'll be okay.
Well, there you go. George says we think we'll be all right. Given though that he was late to this podcast, I'm going to. He was late. Pardon?
Is it am I penalised for leaving?
You are penalised. Yes, your monthly salary has been cut.
Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that.
The salary from this show is cut. You are getting a reduction of 50% for being late. So your revenue stream is because of you. being late.
50% of zero is still zero, so I don't mind that.
Anyway, right, so we will be back next week, and I hope this man is on time.
Yes,
next
I'll be on time.
8 p.m. I will remind you. I do remind you every week and every day. We're still on. I do this. Yes, who is this person on the right? He's been late, Mark.
Oh, no, Mark.
Yes,
Don't
look
do
at
me
these.
like that.
These people have been waiting. Forfeit for George next week. Forfeits. The fans have been waiting, George. They've been waiting for you.
I'm sorry, everybody. I had a personal issue to attend to as well.
Would you like to share?
No, I don't think it's appropriate to do so, but
God. Well, I hope you had a nice time, because it caused me and my family to starve. And it's I'm going to go and enjoy my meal, which my wife is making me downstairs, thanks to you starving us all. Has he been to the pub? No, he's never been to the pub. You don't want to do that, Jimbo. That's something like they do on OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
No.
Thank you to everybody who's listened. Don't forget as well. Oh, the QR code. If you can see the QR code at the top, that's if you want to scan it if you're watching on TV, and you can listen to our podcasts, and it gives you all the links. So there you go. If you want to do that, you can do. So that's what that is there as well. So we will be back next week. I'll be back with Jerry doing a match reaction. George, nobody cares what you're doing, and I'm not allowing you to plug your own content because you were late. So don't forget, give me and Jerry a listen to on Sunday. We'll be presenting the match reaction, and me and George, this late man to my right, will be back next week, 8 p.m. on Thursday next week. So thanks again, and we'll see you all very soon.
See you soon.